Okay, so it's pretty late, but here are my thoughts on Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. And like the last time, spoiler warning. Alright, starting up here, the Doctor is grabbing together a gang of sorts to come with him to help the Indian Space Agency in the 24th century. He's got Queen Nefertiti of Egypt, John Riddle the Hunter, of course Rory and Amy, and also Rory's dad, who's just kind of along for the ride. But I gotta say, I'm definitely glad to see the Doctor with a band of friends here. I always like it when the TARDIS is just full of people. Everybody has their own distinct personalities, everybody has witty banter amongst themselves, having good times. Like the crew of a ship. It's very 4th and 5th Doctor-y. Which is kind of weird because at one point the Doctor says that he's never had a gang before. I mean, really? He's had a gang just as recently as the 10th incarnation. Maybe he just means in this current form, so I guess it's excusable-ish. So they go exploring through this ship to find out what they can do before it crashes into Earth, because that's what it's gonna do. And they find out that there are dinosaurs aboard this ship, and the Doctor's all excited about that. There's some slapsticky stuff involving Rory's dad and golf balls and a Triceratops. Yeah, it's really one of those kind of episodes. But there is some darkness when they find out that the ship was a Silurian vessel, but that this pirate guy, Solomon, took it over and wiped out the crew to steal the cargo. But he goofed up, he couldn't get control of the ship's computer, and so it autopiloted it back to Earth where it had originally launched. So Solomon's our dick villain, and he has these two goofy robots, voiced by Mitchell and Webb, who, if you don't know, are big comedians over in England. And Solomon gets his dick moment when he shoots a poor, innocent Triceratops, and the Doctor's all sad and pissed off about this because it's a living creature. So we all know Solomon's gonna get screwed in the end. That's just how it works in Doctor Who. Solomon takes Nefertiti hostage, and he's about to escape because he's got something that's worth much more now than just a ship full of dinosaurs. Or someone, because an ancient Egyptian queen would naturally be pretty expensive on the black market. To do what with? It's your guess. But as always, the Doctor gets one over on our villain by having the Indian Space Agency lock their missiles onto Solomon's ship, and he teleports off of it with Neffy to safety, leaving Solomon to get blown up. What else could you possibly expect for a dick? And then they manage to pilot the Silurian ship over Earth, back out to space to make the dinosaurs their new home of Siluria. And that's pretty much that. I guess I should mention the characters here. Queen Nefertiti was alright. Riddle was a fun guy. I'd get a beer with him. Amy and Rory were fine. They were just kind of here to bounce off the other crew members. I liked Rory's dad. He was a good dude. Solomon was an old douche, so he made a decent villain that you wanted to see get what he deserves. And his Mitchell and Webb robots were good slapsticky comedy characters. So yeah, not a really big episode to dissect, but enjoyable. No real complaints, just fun stuff. And oh boy, I was so late here that since then, a whole other new episode has come out. So I guess we'll see you over at the next video for A Town Called Mercy. It'll be absolutely fantastic.